A few months ago, thousands and thousands of citizens of France and beyond, and thousands of different voices, the young, the old, the rich, the poor, expressed a parallel message powerfully and defiantly when they marched through the streets of Paris in January, a few days after the Charlie Hebdo murders. They carried slogans saying, "Je suis Charlie," "I am Charlie." And there were other slogans, "I am the police," "I am Jewish," "Paris is Charlie." For me, this demonstration wasn't in the name of institutionalized religion, but I think this spontaneous march honored and celebrated the deeply held religious value of oneness and interconnectedness in really quite a fiercely secular society. I heard the clear message from the people that we need to work as one world in responding to violence and hate, not as many splintered tribes. Do we in the West live in an increasingly selfie stick culture, a society in which we admire the cult of independence and self-sufficiency, yet deep down the common people may actually be thirsting for opportunities to embrace this one shared life? And this, to me, this apparent paradox is surely rich soil to plant the seeds of Unitarianism. Maybe this is the time to reclaim the oneness in our title, the unit bit of Unitarianism, that our ancestors believed in one God, not three parts of the Trinity. They respected wisdom from all prophets of different cultures and respected the wisdom from all over, and they claimed salvation for all. I would say these roots of our faith are vital for today's challenges. The unit bit in our name is painfully needed by communities in this mad day and age. It's the growing sense of separateness and aloneness experienced by people and the damage we are collectively doing to the environment because of rampant individualism. Are these challenges in our world issues that Unitarians have an instinctive calling and responsibility to respond to? I think yes. And that wonderful story, all those excuses. Perhaps us Unitarians are like the birds in the story. We're full of fears and excuses because we're human. It's not a bad thing, we're just human beings. Many of us don't want to go on the journey. Popular defences you may hear, not in this conference of course, but beyond, include, we don't need to move anywhere or do anything. People know where we are. Or, we don't want to come across as too pushy or arrogant. Or, how can we speak one clear message to the media if we all believe in different things? It's better just to keep our views to ourselves, isn't it? Or, we can't have a hoopoe bird of our own. What if he or she led us in the wrong direction? And we heard some other classic fears earlier in that drama. But you see, I think that our capacity to be honest about our fears, our capacity to be honest and open about our fears, doubts and blocks, makes us a wonderfully warm and human faith. Perhaps the very fact that we are not organised enough or savvy enough to develop a corporate, shiny image is one of our strengths. Denise Levertov, in her thought-provoking poem on the parables of the mustard seed, celebrates the freedom we have in Unitarianism to explore the religious metaphor and story openly and freely, not to hang our faith on believing in miracles or in the supernatural, but to worship the ordinary, extraordinary miracles of the everyday and the complexity of life, the myriad of paradoxes we humans, porridge sounds quite good actually, that we humans have to learn to live with, when there are no neat answers offered by religion, but ours is a religion in which we can ask questions, wonder at mystery, define and redefine religious language, dare to search for truth in all directions and in all cultures, honour diversity, create our own rituals for our own times and our own needs, and put people and communities and lives before slavishly following religious rules. As Unitarians, we have the space to honour the shades of believing and to encourage people to be real about where they find themselves on the vast rainbow of faith. I never thought I'd preach that 50 Shades of Grey could be one of our religious texts. And luckily I'm not wearing Christian Grey's outfit. Otherwise I'd get sent home like that naughty school kid almost did. But I would say, I had to get that in, shifty crazy, it's made my day now. It wasn't a bet, by the way. But if our message, serious point here, if our message to British society is that we are a safe, non-judging home to explore 50 shades and more of believing, would new visitors be inspired to cross the thresholds of our holy places? In Elizabeth Tarbox's beautiful meditation, Shadows of Unknowing, she invites us to celebrate the colour grey. She says, give me grey, grey the colour of not sure, maybe, let me think about it, grey for talking things over, listening again, thinking some more, grey for the shaded areas of the other point of view, for the possibility of change, grey for the smudged areas and edges of what was once dogma and is now doubt. And Richard Holloway, the former Bishop of Edinburgh and Primus of the Scottish Episcopal Church, he wrote an autobiography, quite a really interesting book actually, called Leaving Alexandria. And he puts it a slightly different way. He says, he celebrates the word maybe. He says, maybe, it's not a punishing word, like conviction, or certainty, or right, or wrong, or infidel, or enemy, or truth, or creed, or inquisition, or empire, or revolution, or purge. People have killed with those words on their lips. Maybe we should try and build our politics and religions on pliant and yielding words, not on hard and killing words. I love the way he phrases that. And maybe the spiritual concept of, I said it then, didn't I? Maybe the spiritual concept of maybe is in fact badly needed by so many people these days, I think. Rumi, the Sufi mystic, who according to fable sat on the knee of Attar, who was the writer of the Conference of the Birds, when he was just a toddler, apparently, according to the story. He was influenced profoundly by Attar's ideas. Rumi put it like this, and I think this is just perfect. He said, beyond our ideas of right doing and wrong doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make sense. anymore. So, I would say we need to put our excuses and blocks to one side. We don't have to have one voice to express to the media. More of us can take risks and speak out and engage in those big, important issues, such as assisted dying, challenging bigoted and ignorant views about Islam being a faith of violence, and daring to be political and determined in debates about faith schools, prisons that don't work, and the fact that society often fails those more and more suffering with mental illness. Those are all issues I think we can really get involved with. We've got something to say. But rather than waiting for a consensus, let's just get out there and speak and take risks. Let us be evangelical in our passion, and let us not be afraid of hoopoe-style leadership. And let's not follow the advice of Brooks Newmark, the Tory ex-minister for civil society, who said that charities should stick to knitting and keep out of politics. Now, I know that a surprisingly large percentage of Unitarians do knit. And I'm not wanting to cause offence. In fact, some of them are knitting right now. No, I can't see any. That's a first. I've never been here before and there's no knitters. There's something in the water or something, I don't know, there's something wrong there. But no, I would say no, let's not keep out of politics. Let's get stuck in. Our voices have made a difference, let's face it, in securing legislation for equal marriage. We were there, we were involved in that. We made it happen with some of the other faiths. I would say, let's not sit on the sidelines, otherwise we will be sidelined. So, I'm getting to the end now. Today my message is a simple one. Are you willing to leave your safe pond or lush pasture or familiar old branch and take flight and go on that journey? That journey will be different for each and every one of us because we are all fabulously different birds. I can see elegant and solitary herons out there. I can see starlings forming murmurations, synchronized displays put on by the flock. I can see robins guarding their territory. I can see oyster catchers frantically flying above the waters. I can't see too many vultures. And no dodos. And of course we're all going to fly in our different way. Some of us will be flying very visibly and provocatively, inviting publicity and comment like golden eagles, while others will create change in more mysterious, subtle ways, like curlews flying across the marshes in moonlight. And when we reach our destination, will we be able to hear the message that we are one life? When we get to the lake, do we have the confidence to sing our Unitarian message? And do we have the audacity to believe in our holiness and our oneness? I'll just finish with a poem, because I like poems. And this comes from Mary Oliver, one of my favourite poets, who finds a lot of holiness in nature and in the everyday. What is there beyond knowing? What is there beyond knowing that keeps calling to me? I can't turn in any direction, but it's there. I don't mean the leaves grip and shine, or even the thrush's silk song, but the far-off fires, for example, of the stars, heaven slowly turning theatre of light, or the wind playful with its breath, or time that's always rushing forward, or standing still in the same, what shall I say, moment. What I know, I could put into a pack, as if it were bread and cheese, and carry it on one shoulder, important and honourable, but so small, while everything else continues, unexplained and unexplainable. How wonderful it is to follow a thought quietly to its logical end. I have done this a few times, but mostly I just stand in the dark field, in the middle of the world, breathing in and out. Life so far doesn't have any other name, but breath and light, wind and rain. If there is a temple, I haven't found it yet. I simply go on drifting in the heaven of the grass and the weeds. Amen.
And now we come to our final hymn, There Is a Place I Call My Own. By David Stanley Rast and Ted Loader. You, the one from whom on different paths all of us have come, to whom on different paths all of us are going, make strong in our hearts that which unites us, build bridges across all that divides us. United, make us joyful in our diversity, at one, in our witness to your peace, a rainbow of your glory. As we leave this place, empower us to be bold participants rather than timid saints in waiting, in the difficult ordinariness of now, and by grace to find treasures of joy, friendship and peace, hidden in the fields of the daily, which you have given us to plough. May it be so.